I disagree that reparations are necessary. I think the most important thing that's necessary right now for the Black community would be the stopping of violence, especially Black on Black violence. I don't see how reparations is going to solve anything.
One thing I want to say, starting this off, is that people tend to get into a fallacious mindset very early. It's either this or it's that. And there is times when that's true. That's the law of excluded middle. Y'all look it up, law of excluded middle. A proposition is either true or its negation is true. But this is not one of those situations. To say that reparations is necessary is not to say that whatever this gentleman's point is isn't necessary as well, which I think he's going to go into like Black on Black violence. The two can coexist at the same time and both be necessary. It's like you're saying, you know, Baba, I think food is necessary. Somebody goes, well, I don't think food is necessary. Water is necessary. What? Like, both can be necessary at the same time. That's, audience, all the folks out there, call it false dichotomy. It's when somebody gives you two options and there's actually a lot more options out there. So let's say it's just and necessary. I think what her point was with the reparations conversation, he goes, and I don't think it's necessary. Now, he may not think it's necessary. So his point would be to explain why doesn't he think reparations is necessary? Also, if he thinks addressing criminality within the Black community, you know, especially violent crime, then he can also do that and say that's necessary as well. But the two don't have to be to the detriment of the other. They can both coexist and both need to be communicated and talked about, and work needs to be done. And work is being done in regards to both of them. There's people that are, you know, writing different legislation and writing different plans to be able to advance different types of reparations, plans and stuff like that. And there's people that are also working on, there's, churches and, youth organizations and community organizations that have been actively working on cleaning up Black on Black crime. So the reason why this is important, because once you start off with a false dichotomy, the person at the other end is going to feel that angst that's there, this contention. So you may lose somebody that you potentially could win over had you not taken such a invalid stance, in that position. You start off on a fault. It's either this or it's that. And we know that if anybody been in a romantic situation and somebody say, do you love your family or you just want to go hang out with your friends? And it's like, well, I love my family and I want to hang out with my friends. I love my friends as well.
Yeah.
Once we embrace that, so people will do is they'll be like, well, I love my family. The other person's going, okay, then you're not going to go, you're not going to hang out with your friends anymore. Or somebody will be like, well, I'm going to hang out with my friends. So you don't love your family? And so it sets it up instead of saying, well, just for the record, I want to make sure we both understand that you do believe I can engage in both simultaneously. I can love my family while loving my friends, spend time with my friends well, and also spend time with my family. We do agree that. And when you say it that way and it's not contentious, non-confrontational way, you may be able to have some kind of an olive branch, given to them and back and forth so that there can be some reconciliation. But right here, you already see it starting off contentious with the false dichotomy.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Good stuff.